Oh, too much, too much.
Our journey starts the weekend before Christmas in Boston, Massachusetts, where we board our flight to Seattle, nearly 3,000 miles away. The goal? To pick up a newly purchased 1996 Chevy Silverado 1500 and bring it back to the East Coast in one piece. The challenge? This truck is 26 years old and was purchased sight unseen. The other challenge? Crossing the Rocky Mountains in wintertime, which can be incredibly treacherous with deep snow, high winds, and extreme cold temperatures. When we landed in Seattle, we caught a ride to the vehicle and finally got to see it in person for the first time. All right, so here it is. It is a 1996 Chevy K1500 that's four-wheel drive, Silverado trim level, and look at it. This thing is a beaut. And the proud owner of it,
Hi.
a rural Vermonter.
That's me.
So he bought this thing totally sight unseen, and we are now gonna drive it like 3,000 miles across the country, and hopefully we make it back. No rust at all over here, and look at this, there's still the factory paint on this. I mean, there's a tiny bit of surface rust on the frame, but that's absolutely nothing. It does have the grandpa cap here and the grandpa running boards. I actually kind of like the way those look. The interior is absolutely mint. It's a lot like my 96 GMC, except the cup holder works. Look at that. It has AC, power doors and windows, and a power driver's seat. And look at the mileage on that, 60,000 miles, crazy. So he says he's gonna use this thing every day, even in the winter, which I think he's crazy for it. So you can give him some hate in the comments.
Undercoat it, guys.
He says he's gonna undercoat it. I mean, that's the bare minimum at least.
I bought it to use it. I know you guys, a lot of you are collectors out there, are gonna be cringing, but I need a truck. I'm gonna use it. It's gonna rust eventually, but it'll be undercoated a bunch, and I'm gonna try to keep it as nice as I can.
Yeah, so I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down in the description. At this point, we decided to drive to downtown Seattle to see the famous Pike Place Market and the Space Needle before starting our long drive home. Well, this is adventurous. Clearance 6'8". We are really close to the maximum height of this garage, and this is a big truck for such a small city parking. We couldn't even make this corner. Had to put it in reverse there.
I was full lock there.
This line right here is for, look at that, a Starbucks. That's the Space Noodle.
There she is.
We are illegally parked at the Space Needle because ARV is kind of a badass, and there's the Space Needle.
Gotta live life to the fullest.
After taking our photos for Instagram, we hit the road fully mindful of the potentially treacherous conditions ahead. Just the week before, a storm went through and forced the highways in at least 4 states to close.
With the weather now, several roads are closed right now in the Nebraska Panhandle for blizzard conditions. That includes Interstate 80 from North Platte to Wyoming state line. Several other highways are shut down or impassable as well.
We're in a no travel advice for the whole state. We're seeing 94 closed from Dickinson out to Fargo.
I-90 is now closed from the Wyoming border to Mitchell. The DOT says the road is impassable.
The weather forecast for today, however, calls for snow along the northern route of I-94 in Montana and North Dakota, so we opted to go southeast into Oregon to eventually hook up with I-80 in Utah. All right, well, we are headed east up into the mountains, and our first pass is going to be the Snoqualmie Pass. With all the rain that we're getting down here, I'm a little bit worried that the conditions might be pretty bad up here, but we will find out when we get there.
This is getting bad.
Yeah, that's like basically switching to snow now. We just got to the summit here. You can see the ski area, and look how deep, well, there's a truck in the way now. Look at how deep that snow is on the side of the road. But the conditions are still good up here. So I'd say we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, it got really foggy all of a sudden. We can't see very far at all. All right, well, we have arrived at the Motel 6 in Pendleton, Oregon. This is probably the cheapest hotel I've ever stayed at. Good morning. This is our tiny hotel room, but at least it was clean, so that's good. We're gonna go see if they have breakfast here. Nope, they had hot water and coffee, so I'm just gonna have some English breakfast tea. All right, the sun's just coming up, and we are gonna try to hit the road and make it to Evanston, Wyoming tonight. Okay, we're coming up to another mountain pass. This is our first one in Oregon, and I'm reading from the Oregon Trip Check website. So it says to carry chains or traction tires. We do not have chains. We might have traction tires, depending on the legal definition of those, but whatever, we're gonna send it. It is 10 degrees Fahrenheit apparently on the top of the pass, and we are expecting spots of ice as far as road conditions go. So yeah, I just gotta make sure that ARV doesn't drive too fast. Well, it looks like we're coming to the top of the pass, and the road is still in pretty good shape. I definitely don't see spots of ice here. So we're stopping for gas. I figured I'd clean the windshield here. It's complete ice. So we just got gas, got back on the highway. We calculated that we're getting 14.3 miles per gallon, so the truck is a little thirsty. And yeah, ARV got on the highway going in the wrong direction. So we're going back west now, and we should be going east. A Dumb and Dumber.
A Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. And we're turning around now.
Oops.
Sunglasses shopping in Walmart. I think the Elton John look would be perfect for you. Here, try those on.
Oh yeah,
I'm digging it.
that's the look. Wiper.
How many YouTubers does it take to install windshield wipers?
Many.
I mean, aren't you like YouTube certified? Shouldn't you be able to handle this?
Hey, my wipers on my other truck are the clip type. I have an excuse.
You do this,
Then you push.
like that, and then you do this, and it's done. Easy peasy. Once you go with this beam style wiper, you never go back. They're so much better than these pieces of crap. Is that all covered with salt?
Oh, I could have sworn Oregon doesn't use salt. Well, yeah, that's salt. Guess we're gonna need a car wash.
Well, it is starting to get pretty dark. We are in Utah and we are going through another mountain pass which goes up to Wyoming. The roads should be pretty clear here, so I'm not expecting any drama. Welcome to Wyoming. Yeehaw. Well, we just got to the hotel and look what ARV is doing. Are you stuck? Are you trying to get it in four-wheel drive? There it is. All right, breakfast, green tea and oatmeal. ARV's having Cheerios by the looks of it. We got a snowman joining us, and we got word that the highway might be closed near Cheyenne and Laramie, but I'm gonna double check that to be sure.
I checked on my phone, and it turns out the closure was in the Elk Mountain area, and it was just for large trucks and vehicles towing due to high crosswinds creating an extreme blowover risk. We hit the road, excited to see the great state of Wyoming during the daylight.
So the plan for today is we're basically driving the entire state of Wyoming on I-80, the entire state of Nebraska on I-80, and then we're going to be spending the night in Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is basically a suburb of Omaha, and it's about a 12-hour drive, 15 minutes, something like that. So it should be a nice day. We're expecting mostly good weather conditions. Well, except that we're looking at maybe like an inch of snow around Omaha. But other than that, this should hopefully go pretty well. Boy, is it pretty out here. Oh, no, slower than that. Holy guacamole, this is freaking sheet ice here. Oh,
Professional rally car driver.
yeah, we're passing the truck. It is very icy on the road here. We're doing like, I don't know, a little under 80 miles an hour, of course.
I'm a Vermonter. Ice is second nature.
The rural Vermonter thinks he's invincible.
I haven't died yet,
And
so it's
can
gotta
we
be true.
safely get back into this lane where there's less ice? Okay, good. We didn't die. Not this time. Stinker. And speaking of which, ARV just got Taco Bell. Well, that's a load of unfortunateness. Ooh, watch out for this Swift truck.
As we approach Cheyenne and leave the high crosswind area, we found it interesting that pretty much all of the trucks that we could see ignored the road closure. Nothing against Nebraska, but it's pretty flat and boring. There's a fence, a tree, a hill. Oh, I think there's a clump of dirt in that field over there. Interesting.
We're long overdue for an update on the mechanical condition of the vehicle, and well, it's darn near perfect. I mean, it drives well, everything seems to work, and so we are in pretty good shape. I'm really thinking that we're not going to end up on the side of the road like I feared for a 26-year-old vehicle.
We enjoyed the soft glow of sunset as darkness fell in the Nebraska prairie. As we approached Omaha, the road conditions worsened.
We made it to Omaha, and the road is pretty slick. We saw an 18-wheeler hit the median Jersey barrier, and we saw another SUV spin out, and, well, we didn't see it happen, but we saw them on the side of the road. Anyway, that guy is going to find out how slippery it is, that's for sure. We are almost there. We're staying in Council Bluffs, Iowa today, so looking forward to getting some sleep. Welcome to Iowa. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to try to drift when this light turns green. Oh yeah, you can a little bit. Oh shh. You can't tell on camera, but we were sideways there.
Where am I going?
Turn right.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh shh.
Too much. A little too much, boy.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's see if I can get out of this predicament.
No harm done, right? Everything's good. Oh, he's still giving it too much gas. I'm pretty sure we are in Mexico right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Nebraska on the border with Mexico?
These are not public roads in Iowa. We're definitely in Mexico.
There we go.
That's the hotel over there. Good night, boys. All right, good morning. It is cold and windy out. It's like 3 degrees outside. ARV's over there doing his YouTube thing. And yeah, we're gonna hit the road. We're looking at good weather today.
Driving through Iowa is always enjoyable as it's a very pretty state with a lot of farmland and nice rolling hills. Being west of the Mississippi, it also doesn't have a lot of traffic.
What is that, the Carolina squat, or does he have a heavy load in the back?
Don't look at his license plate. He does not represent us.
We are crossing the Mississippi into the not so great state of Illinois, and ARB is fast asleep over here in the passenger seat. All right, we're fueling up here. We're actually in Ohio now, and there is a curious jug over here that appears to be filled with lemonade. Kind of weird. This is like a race of snails trying to pass each other. All right, another day, another sunrise. This is our last day. We're headed all the way back to Vermont. All right, last day of driving. We're leaving Northeast Ohio, headed to Vermont. It's a little under 10 hours of driving, and we're gonna take the I-90 route through upstate New York. We were a little bit concerned about lake effect snow because that can be a big problem this time of year, but today it does look like it's going to be clear and it should be a good drive.
As we drive through New York, we have plenty of time to reflect on all the fun we had on the trip, the memories we made, and the beautiful sights we enjoyed.
There it is.
We entered Vermont as the sun was starting to set and got to see the familiar yet beautiful sights of the Green Mountains.
All right, well, we made it back. It is, of course, dark because it is winter, and look, the truck is in one piece. We didn't have any mechanical issues. I went on this trip expecting that I was going to have to crawl around on the ground underneath this thing, fixing stuff, getting dirty, stuff like that, and it turned out that I was way overpacked. I didn't need any of my work gear, and we made it back, I think, a day earlier than expected, and the trip was just really, really good.
Easy peasy.
I was also really happy that the cruise control works on this thing. I don't think I mentioned that yet, but cruise control is so important to me, especially for long drives. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you celebrate Christmas, have a happy Christmas. Otherwise, have happy holidays, and thank you so much for watching.
Good night.
Oh my goodness. This is what happened. Oh my goodness. One of Vishla hasn't seen you in a week. Oh, I've never been French kissed so much by a dog. It's a 1996 GMC K1500. That's four-wheel drive, Silverado trim level.
You said GMC.
See, I'm used to saying GMC, but that's gonna go in the outtakes. There's this curious jug over here that appears to be filled with lemonade.
I'll give you $100 to drink it.
There's a curious jug over here that appears to be filled with lemonade.